There are always reasons as to why things happen the way they do. In Black communities, there are always power dynamics at play. Mabel O. Wilson. Welcome to Misipelo ya Diepsloot, where we unpack Misipelo ya Batu, or rather, the lives of the people of Diepsloot through a spatial lens in relation to power. Let us begin with the basics. Diepsloot is located in Johannesburg, South Africa. It is a township that is located on the north periphery of the city of Johannesburg. Let us also explain what power dynamics is. Power dynamics is the way in which power works in a setting. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be using Cassper Nyovest's 2013 Gusheshe music video, which was shot in the township of Diepsloot, to dissect the visual and sonic references to drive our narrative, which demonstrates how the power dynamics held by the apartheid government prior to 1994 in South Africa affected the lives of the people in Diepsloot, focusing on their connectivity and accessibility to the city center of Johannesburg and their mobility. We end off by linking the implications of apartheid city planning in Diepsloot to crime. Two townships have been echoed as the most isolated areas in the city of Johannesburg. They include Soweto, which is located southeast of the city of Johannesburg, and Diepsloot, which is located on the northern periphery of the city. This is because they are not well integrated to the city center of Johannesburg. For much of the 20th century, Johannesburg was formerly divided into an inner city for white occupation. Johannesburg CBD is where most office and financial activity became located, bringing together banks, brokers' offices, auctioneers, and the main shopping centers. Even though currently the inner city has been transformed from being occupied by white people to now black people, some black people are still located in the periphery of the city in areas such as Diepsloot, and they remain far from the economic opportunities granted by the inner city. These areas are isolated and segregated because of the practice of apartheid planning systems, which Franco Frescura's work Deconstructing the Apartheid City notes that it can be observed through an extended city planning by route where black townships on the peripheries of the city are connected to the inner city through long routes. The academic also outlined that it can be observed through extended city planning where black townships are deliberately placed on the peripheries of the city. Going into the township of Diepsloot, one can see that this is a densely populated informal settlement that is mainly comprised of imikuku, or rather shacks, which are not formal housing and may lack the basic services that are required in a household. The people of Diepsloot are mainly disconnected to the city center. Their main connection is a 46.8-kilometer M1 route, which is 43 minutes away from the city center. Their access to the city center is mostly through a taxi transportation. Let us actually look into how people actually navigate themselves around the township of Diepsloot. We are going to use Cassper going to his friend's house as an example. As we can see, Cassper gets out of his house and gets to his car, which is not parked in his yard, but it is parked on the street. He gets into his car, uses the road to go to his friend's house, but instead of directly going to his friend's house, he parks the car along the street and walks to his friend's house. The streets in Diepsloot are not only used for walking, but they are also used as a playground for children during the day. They are also used as a market where people can sell their goods and services. They are used as public places for adults. Now that we have observed how power dynamics have made the way things are in Diepsloot, let us look at how this is linked to crime.
Angithi, when we ask our parents, why are we poor? Koko, why you don't have swimming pool? Why we don't have jellies and custard? But when I visit my aunt in the suburb, why it have everything? Why? Why it's like that? No, because they've taken our country. Blah 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 blah. Oh no, then you become angry. Then you go steal.
And how is the 325 IS, which is highlighted in Cassper's music video and is also the name of the song, linked to crime in Diepsloot?
It's called Gusheshe. The Gusheshe is like a car that thugs used to drive, the 325 IS. The name comes from Gusheshe, which means quick, and they would go out and rob in the suburbs and then come and celebrate their score in the hood, and they would spin these cars, and it would make the hood happy, to see them spin these cars. So they were like role models.
Thank you for joining us today. Please like, comment, and subscribe to continue getting more videos.